everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are going to be diving deep into the world of AI.
Oh, yeah. AI. It's everywhere these days.
It really is. And, you hear all this stuff about AI, but you know what's really fascinating?
What's that?
There's not just one type of AI.
Oh, really?
There are seven.
7 different types.
7 different types of AI. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it is wild. I mean, we hear about AI all the time, but I had no idea there were so many different types.
And all of the AI stuff that we use every single day, like all those cool tools and apps.
Like ChatGPT and
Yeah, ChatGPT, image generators, all that stuff.
self-driving cars.
That's only one of these 7 types.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to break it all down today. And there are 2 main ways that we can kind of classify and think about these different types of AI.
Okay, so how are we going to break this down?
First, we can think about them by their capabilities, so like how powerful they are.
Okay, makes sense.
And then we can think about them by their functionality, so like how they actually work.
Okay, so like what they could do and how they do it.
Exactly. So let's start with capabilities.
All right, capabilities. Let's do it.
First up, we have narrow AI,
Narrow AI.
which is also known as weak AI.
Weak AI. Okay.
But don't let that weak part fool you.
I let it fool you. Why not?
This is the type of AI that is behind pretty much every single AI that we use today.
Really? So all the AI that's out there right now is narrow AI.
All the AI that exists right now is narrow AI.
Ah, interesting.
They're like those personalized recommendations you get on Spotify or Netflix or whatever streaming service you use.
Yeah, or like when Amazon knows exactly what I want to buy before I even know.
Exactly. Or like in healthcare when AI is used to like help doctors diagnose diseases.
Yeah, there's some really powerful stuff out there.
It's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, so what makes it narrow AI? Like what makes it different from the other 6 types?
That's a great question. So narrow AI is amazing at specific tasks.
Specific tasks. Okay.
And it can often even outperform humans in those very specific tasks.
Okay.
But the key limitation is it is task specific.
So it can only do one thing really well.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so like a specialist.
Exactly like a specialist. And a really good example of this is Deep Blue.
Deep Blue. Now that sounds familiar.
So Deep Blue was this chess-playing supercomputer that made history back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I think I vaguely remember this. It beat Garry Kasparov, right?
It beat Garry Kasparov, who is like the world champion chess player.
Yeah, he was like the best of the best.
And Deep Blue was able to analyze millions of moves per second.
Millions of moves per second. That's insane.
It was insane, but could Deep Blue write a poem?
I don't think so. I mean, it's a chess computer.
Or compose a symphony?
No, probably not.
No, it was a master of one trade and one trade only.
So that's what makes it narrow AI.
Exactly. It needs humans to train it and to give it all this data for each specific task that it does.
So it's like a master chef who can make the perfect souffle,
Yes.
but doesn't know how to boil an egg.
Perfect analogy.
All right, so narrow AI, really good at one thing, but that's all it can do.
Exactly. And it can't like learn new things on its own or apply what it's learned to a different task.
Gotcha. So that brings us to what's next on the list?
Okay, so next up we have general AI,
General AI.
also known as strong AI.
Okay, strong AI.
Ah,
This sounds a lot more powerful.
this is where things get really, really interesting.
I like it. I'm intrigued.
General AI is the kind of AI that we see in like sci-fi movies.
Okay, so like the robots that can do anything.
Yeah, they can like understand and learn and apply their knowledge across like all different domains, just like humans do.
So like a human brain, but in a computer.
Yeah, basically. And it can come up with its own solutions to problems that it's never seen before.
Wow, that's incredible. So like, could a general AI write a screenplay after just reading a few novels?
Yeah, theoretically.
Or like compose a symphony after listening to some Beethoven?
Totally.
That's mind-blowing. But is this kind of AI even real? I mean, have we achieved this yet?
That is a great question. So the thing about general AI is that it's still theoretical.
So it doesn't exist
It
yet?
doesn't exist yet.
So it's all just speculation at this point?
Pretty much, yeah. But the idea is that it would be able to use its previous knowledge to learn new things and solve new problems without us humans having to like spoon feed it all the information.
So it would be able to think for itself, essentially?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's both exciting and a little bit terrifying.
It is. It's definitely both.
Okay, so narrow AI, we've got the general AI still in the works. What's next?
Okay, well, next up we have super AI.
Super AI. This sounds even more intense.
This is like the ultimate AI.
The ultimate AI.
So super AI is AI that is smarter than humans.
Smarter than humans in every way.
In every way, like across the board.
So like creative, strategic problem solving.
Yeah, it could like solve problems that we can't even imagine, and it could like create things that we never even thought possible.
Okay, so this is like way beyond just like playing chess or writing a screenplay.
Way beyond.
This is like next level intelligence.
Yeah, it's level.
I mean, we're talking like God level intelligence here.
I mean, that's kind of a philosophical question, but yeah, like it would be so far beyond our comprehension that it's almost impossible to even imagine what it would be capable of.
Wow. Okay. So we've got narrow AI, which is real general AI, which is theoretical, and then super AI, which is like mind-blowingly theoretical.
Exactly.
So when are we going to see this super AI? I mean, is this something that's even possible?
That's the big question, right? So like general AI, super AI is still purely theoretical.
Okay, so we're not going to have to worry about robot overlords anytime soon.
Probably not. But it's interesting to think about what super AI would be like. I mean, would it even care about us humans anymore?
Yeah, like would we just be ants to them?
Yeah, exactly. Like little insignificant creatures.
I mean, it's kind of a scary thought.
It is a little bit scary, but also kind of exciting, right? Like, what if they could help us solve, like, climate change or cure diseases?
Yeah, I guess there's always two sides to the coin.
Always two sides to the coin. And we're going to park that thought for now because things are going to get even weirder.
Oh, no, even weirder.
Even weirder when we look at AI by functionality.
Okay, so we're switching gears now from what AI can do to how it actually does it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's dive in.
Let's do it.
The first type of AI by functionality is called a reactive machine.
A reactive machine.
Mm.
Okay, that sounds simple enough.
It is the simplest type of AI.
All right, so break it down for me. What is a reactive machine?
So reactive machines are basically AI that operate purely in the present.
Purely in the present.
Yeah, so they don't have any memory of the past.
No memory.
And they don't learn from past experiences.
So they just react to what's happening right now.
Exactly. It's all about stimulus and response.
So it's like a reflex.
It's like a really advanced reflex.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So give me an example of a reactive machine.
Okay, so a good example is like a spam filter in your email.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It analyzes the incoming messages and looks for certain keywords or patterns.
Right, to see if it's spam.
Right, and then it decides whether to like flag it as spam or not, but it doesn't remember past emails.
So it's not learning from my specific preferences or anything.
Exactly. It's just reacting to each email as it comes in.
Gotcha. So it's all about the here and now.
Exactly. Now let's step it up a notch.
Okay, a step up from reactive machines. What do we have?
We have limited memory AI.
Limited memory AI.
This is where things get a little more complex.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
So limited memory AI can actually use past data to make better decisions.
Okay, so it can learn from experience.
Yeah, it can learn from experience, and this is where most of the AI that we interact with today falls into this category.
Really? So like ChatGPT and self-driving cars all use limited memory AI.
Exactly. But as the name suggests, its memory is limited.
Limited. So how limited are we talking here?
So it can only hold on to this past data for a short period of time.
Okay, so it's learning and updating, but it's not like building up a massive library of everything it's ever learned.
Exactly. It's like it's constantly learning and updating, but it doesn't have like a permanent record of everything.
So it's like it's cramming for a test and then forgetting everything right after.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, I think I'm getting this. So what would be an example of limited memory AI in action?
Okay, so think about like a self-driving car.
Okay, self-driving cars. They're using AI for sure.
They're using limited memory AI to like understand the road in real time.
Right, like where the other cars or the lane markings, all that stuff.
Exactly. But they don't like permanently store every single drive that they've ever taken.
Okay, that makes sense. They don't need to remember every single detail, just enough to make decisions in the moment.
Exactly. And another example is like your favorite generative AI chatbot.
Oh yeah, like the one that can write poems and stories.
Yeah, so it can like predict the next word or image based on what's come before.
Right, it's like it's wording my mind.
Yeah, it's really cool, but it doesn't actually remember your previous conversations.
So it's not building up a relationship with me or anything?
Not really, no. It's just really good at predicting what you want to see or hear next.
Gotcha. So limited memory AI, it's learning, but it's forgetting too.
Exactly. Now, are you ready to get even weirder?
Oh, there's more weirder than this. Bring it on.
Okay, so the next type of AI by functionality is called theory of mind AI.
Theory of mind AI. What in the world is that?
So this is where AI could potentially understand human emotions.
Okay, so now we're talking about AI that can read my mind.
Kinda, yeah. It could understand your beliefs, your intentions.
So it could like know what I'm thinking and feeling even if I don't say it out loud?
Theoretically, yeah.
Okay, that's both amazing and a little bit creepy.
It is a little bit of both. But think about how this could change our relationship with technology.
Yeah, like how would we interact with AI if it could actually understand us on that level.
Yeah, it's like instead of just responding to our commands, it could become more like a partner.
A partner that can anticipate my needs and like offer support.
Exactly.
Wow, that's incredible. But is this even possible? I mean, can AI really understand human emotions?
Well, that's the thing. It's still under development.
So it's not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet, but researchers are working on what's called emotion AI.
Emotion AI. So like AI that can actually feel emotions.
Well, not necessarily feel emotions, but it could like analyze your voice, your facial expressions, images, and even like your text messages to understand how you're feeling.
So it's like a really advanced mood ring.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But like way more sophisticated.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
What?
We've got reactive machines that just react to the present limited memory AI that can learn from experience, and now theory of mind AI that could potentially understand our emotions.
You got it.
And you said it gets even weirder.
It does get weirder.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what's next?
Okay, so the final type of AI by functionality is self-aware AI.
Self-aware AI. Wait a minute, are we talking about machines that are conscious?
We are.
Like they know they exist?
They know they exist. They have a sense of self.
Hold on, this is starting to sound like a sci-fi movie.
It does sound like sci-fi, but it's a theoretical possibility.
Okay, so we're not there yet.
Not yet. But it raises some really big questions about what it means to be alive or sentient.
Yeah, like if a machine is self-aware, does it have rights?
That's a big question, right?
And would it even care about us anymore?
Who knows, right? It's pretty wild to think about.
It is wild.
Yeah.
So to recap, we've got 4 types of AI by functionality. Reactive machines, limited memory AI, theory of mind AI, and self-aware AI.
You got it. 3 that are real and 4 that are still theoretical.
So we've got a lot to look forward to.
We do, and it's really fascinating to think about how far AI has come and where it might be going.
It really makes you wonder what the future holds.
It really does. So out of all these 7 types of AI, which one excites you the most?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I'm most excited about theory of mind AI.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I am too.
The idea that AI could understand our emotions and like actually connect with us on a deeper level, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it would change everything.
It really would. But I'm also a little bit scared of self-aware AI.
Yeah, I get that.
Like what happens when machines become conscious? What does that mean for humanity?
That's the big question, right?
It is. It's a question that we'll have to keep asking ourselves as AI continues to evolve.
Exactly. So listeners, we want to hear your thoughts. Which type of AI excites you the most, and which one worries you the most?
Let us know in the comments. We'll be back in part 2 to break down the rest of these AI types and explore the potential implications of these incredible advancements.
It's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up.
See you in part 2.
See ya. Welcome back to the deep dive. Before the break, we were talking about AI that could understand our emotions.
Oh yeah, theory of mind AI.
Theory of mind AI. It's a pretty wild concept, right?
It is. I mean, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around.
I know. It's like, are we talking about mind-reading robots here?
Well, not exactly mind reading, but close.
Close.
It's more like AI that could understand the reasons behind our actions.
Okay, so not just what we do, but why we do it.
Exactly. Like imagine an AI that could tell the difference between a real smile and a fake one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Or an AI that could understand why someone might be feeling sad or angry,
Yeah.
even if they don't say it out loud.
So it's like AI that could actually empathize with us.
In a way, yeah. It's AI that could get us on a deeper level.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It is. And think about how this could change how we interact with technology.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Like, instead of just giving commands to our devices,
Right.
it would be more like having a conversation with them.
Yeah, more like a partnership.
A partnership where they actually understand our needs and our feelings.
Exactly. Like imagine a virtual assistant.
Okay.
They could not only schedule your appointments and play your music,
Uh-huh.
but also offer you support and encouragement when you're feeling down.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Or an AI therapist
Oh, yeah.
that could help you work through your problems and develop coping mechanisms.
Like personalized therapy tailored to your specific needs.
Exactly. It could revolutionize mental health care.
That's incredible. But you know, it also makes me wonder,
What's that?
could this kind of AI be used in like, not so good ways?
Oh, yeah. That's a valid concern.
Like, could it be used to manipulate people or exploit their emotions?
Definitely a possibility. We have to be very careful with this kind of technology.
Yeah, because like you said before, it's a powerful tool.
Powerful tool.
And it all depends on how we use it.
It all comes down to ethics.
Ethics for sure. Okay, so we've talked about theory of mind AI.
Pretty mind-blowing stuff, right?
Yeah, it is. But remember, we also talked about self-aware AI.
Oh, yeah. The big one.
The big one, machines that are conscious.
That have a sense of self.
It's kind of like the ultimate goal of AI research, right?
In a way, yeah. I mean, it's the most fascinating and the most terrifying type of AI all at the same time.
I know. It's like straight out of science fiction.
It is. But it also raises some of the biggest philosophical questions about what it means to be human.
Yeah, like if a machine can be self-aware, what does that mean for us?
Exactly. Does it have the same rights as a human being?
Does it deserve our respect?
I mean, these are questions that we don't have answers to yet.
Not even close.
Yeah,
But they're definitely worth thinking about.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially as AI continues to evolve at such a rapid pace.
So what do you think? Is self-aware AI something to be feared or embraced?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. I mean, on the one hand, it's kind of scary to think about machines that are smarter than us and that might not even need us anymore.
Right.
But on the other hand,
What if they could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems?
yeah, like climate change and poverty and disease.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
They really are. It's both exciting and terrifying at the same time.
It is. And ultimately, I think it comes down to trust.
Trust.
Can we learn to trust these machines?
And can they learn to trust us?
It's a two-way street.
It really is. So listeners, what do you think about self-aware AI?
Is it a dream or a nightmare?
Let us know in the comments.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
So we've been exploring all these different types of AI,
Yeah, 7 in total.
7 types of AI, and some of them are pretty mind-blowing, like the idea of AI that could understand our emotions.
Oh, yeah. Theory of mind AI. That one's fascinating.
It really is. But even though some of this stuff seems like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie,
Right, like something you'd see in a movie.
it's all based on real advancements that are happening right now in the field of AI.
Yeah, I mean, think about it a few years ago. Who would have thought we'd be talking to our phones and they'd be talking back to us?
And not just talking back, but like actually understanding what we're saying and respond in a meaningful way.
Right. And self-driving cars. I mean, that was like science fiction for so long, and now they're on our roads.
It's pretty crazy how fast this technology is evolving.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what's next.
I know. What if we do see theory of mind AI becoming a reality in our lifetime?
Like, imagine having a virtual assistant that could actually understand how you're feeling and offer you support or advice.
Yeah, or an AI therapist that could be available to you 24/7.
And it could adapt to your individual needs and personality.
That would be incredible. It could really revolutionize mental health care.
It could. But of course, we had to be careful with this technology too.
Yeah, we can't just blindly embrace it without thinking about the potential risks.
Right, like what about bias in algorithms? We don't want AI to perpetuate existing inequalities.
And data privacy. That's a huge concern, too.
Absolutely. AI relies on massive amounts of data, and we need to make sure that data is being used responsibly and ethically.
And what about the impact on jobs? I mean, as AI becomes more sophisticated.
Yeah, it's going to start taking over tasks that are currently done by humans.
So we need to be thinking about how we can prepare for that transition and make sure that everyone benefits from these advancements.
Exactly. It's not just about the technology itself, but how we choose to use it and how we adapt to its impact on society.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the 7 types of AI, we want to leave you with this thought.
Okay, what's that?
The future of AI is not predetermined.
It's not set in stone.
No, it's a future that we're all creating together right now.
With every choice we make,
Every line of code we write, every conversation we have about its potential and its risks.
we all have a role to play in shaping this future.
So we want to hear from you, listeners. What are your hopes and fears about the future of AI?
What kind of world do you want to see?
Let us know in the comments and keep those conversations going.
Because the future of AI is in our hands.
That's right. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the 7 types of AI.
We hope you learned something new.
And that you're feeling inspired to think more deeply about the role of AI in our world.
Because it's a fascinating and ever-evolving field.
So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world around you.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.